I haven't looked at my swans for a long while. So let's look at my swans. Why not? Some supervisors in 1920 to 1921 got this swan to do their supervising, whatever that is. So how am I gonna make this work? Am I gonna set these up here and just grab some? Why don't I do that? Here's my paper. Here's my water. Here's a random swan. And can I see what I'm doing here? No, of course I can't. There is this elegance that swans have that, especially the long, slender ones, they there's just something so amazing. Hello, Kesh. Of course, I can't see. God bless. Kesh with a V. Really a very flexible nib on this pen. Very boingy-y, boinga-boingy-y. This is a swan. It's a swan pen. Let's see what this one's like. See, the swans I really like are these, the eyedrop fill ones. And I'll show you something sexy about these pens. They have this neat feed that's conical. Sing a swan song on a ukulele. Now, let's just see what this one writes, how this one writes. I haven't really used swan pens in such a long time. It's kind of nice to try them out here. This one, oh, this is one of those swans that has this is a place where you put your ink pellets. And you take your ink pellet out and then drop your ink pellet in the barrel of the pen, and then you fill it with water on your canteen, and then you can write your letters home from the trenches. A slip cap swan. Another yummy nib. Yes, yeah, Kesh is becoming, I'll be able to tell people that I knew Kesh before he was famous. Another swan. Oh, swan eyedrop fill pen. This is a stub, flexible stub. So it goes from 40 to 60. That's without pressing down. Big fat swan. Cool. Another eyedropper. I'm looking for a particular one here, and I presume I can find it at some point. It has a swan overfeed on it. I'm just trying to see if I remember where it is. Look at this cute one. Well, I hope you visit as well in Boston and Texas. Well, that's really nice, that one. This one is solid gold. This was given to me by one of my customers at the Museum of Fine Arts. When I was waiting on his table, he saw that I used fountain pens, and he brought this in the next time and said, "I'd love to give you this pen." I said, "My God, this is solid gold. Do you know that?" And he said, "Yeah, I want you to have it." Same pen in sterling, more or less the same pen in sterling. I don't know what's new with me, Kesh. I'm having issues with my life, and it's not always going well. Is there something in here that's lost? It's just a part, I guess. Red. Do I have enough yet? Do I need more? Look at this sweet little thing. One thing that's somewhat, well, that is unique, I guess, to Swans is they screw and screw and screw and screw and screw. They have a very slow rate of screwage, I guess. So you just keep rotating and rotating and rotating, and eventually it'll finish. That seems kind of unique to them. So we'll leave these here. Still trying to find this one particular pen that has an overfeed. Ooh, this one looks like it'll be very fine. Sort of prickly fine. Little stub nib on this one. Who are we going to vote for? Okay, here's the overfeed. I was looking for this one. Let's see how this one writes. Yeah, this is very similar to the one that Nicola sold my friend Cedar. Very fine and flexible. So I'll remember where this one goes. Right there. Why all of a sudden, oh, here's another one. Why all of a sudden Swan? I was remembering this pen, the one I just showed you, because my friend Cedar is going to be coming out to visit me in September. And I know that we're going to have fun playing with pens all day long. And I thought that, you know, he and I could play with pens all day long every day for a month and still have more to play with. So I thought the ones that I would find some that reacquaint myself with some that I think he would like to play with. And since he just recently bought one of these, I thought maybe he might like to compare and contrast. Ooh, this is a weird nib. It looks like it's going to be very flexible, but it really isn't. It's funny. Well, Mr. Schiavello. This one's very firm. What are these going to do for me? No, another one, another overfeed. Really, really prickly fine. Cool. So I have 4 overfeed pens so far. I know this is so exciting for all of you people. 5 overfeed pens. Oh, this is one of those weird ones though, with the hard rubber overfeed, but I'll still count that as a overfeed. You want to play with my pens too? Well, you'll have to come here. Another overfeed. So I'm just going to put all the overfeeds in one spot so I can easily locate them. This probably had gold bands on them that aren't on them now. Overfeed, stub with this platypus nib. Not an overfeed. What is this one? One of these secretary pens. Okay. Oh. JCW, August 1932. Whoever that was. Ooh, this pen has this trauma to its nib. So I should try to fix this. But another time. What does this one do? Ooh, another nice nib. AC. Something about Swans. They're quite lovely. This is a Schaefer. What the fuck is this doing in there? This is in the wrong drawer. Put this in the right drawer. HCA. Ooh, so sweet. I do have one of these. I just bought one of these in gold fill, but it has a clip. This one's missing its clip, so I do have one in silver. Isn't that cute? Really nice nib on this one too. Nice, good one for drawing. You have a smaller swan than these. Oh, look at this cute one. Oh, it's so darling. So this is a watch chain. And the chain is made of gold links and also hard rubber links. This is hard rubber. And here's a little hard rubber pen. It's so cute. Oh, look at this one. This is a little short stubby thing. It's just this fat little tiny pen. It's really fun. Do I have the vest too? I do have a vest somewhere in my house. I did. Oh, what's this? There's another gold fill one. Okay, what do these do? I'm looking for more. I bet this one has an overfeed. There's something about this that reminds me. Nope, I'm wrong. It has the wrong nib on it. Another nice little stub. See, this is the kind of pen I like putting stub nibs in, or short stubby pens, because it seems to make sense. Really sweet. Okay, this nib has a crack in it right there. So it's going to be flexible, extra flexible, but this tine will want to flex further than the other one until it breaks off. Sweet. Ooh, big, big, big fat eyedropper. Okay. I do have another drawer of these, at least. But I may not bother with that one. Another short, stubby one. It takes forever to unscrew them. Like, how many times do I have to unscrew it? Oh, this is missing a cap. Another eye drop fill. This, nope. I thought this would be, oh, eye drop fill slip cap. Needs a nib. Needs a nib and a cap. Needs a nib. Another fat one. Needs a nib and a feed and a cap that fits. Another one. Here's another overfeed. Try that in a second. I think overfeeds were part of what they would do for nibs that were flexible, just to have more ink right up at the bow where it's needed. And that just helped the ink flow. Uh-oh, what's this? So I'll put these back, and then I'll get the other box. The other drawer. Because I know you're all excited about seeing the other drawer. Sterling. Gold. Hard rubber. Okay, I want to see how this one writes. Somehow I remember this one as just being magnificent. Do I remember correctly? Yep, I do. So very, very fine. Just look at that. Safety pin. I don't know. I don't know whether Swan made safety pens in the sense of like Waterman or Morse safety pens. They might have called them safety pens, but I don't think they had the retractable nibs. Okay, I'll be right back. Say goodbye to this drawer. Let's see if I can stand up here. Oh dear. I do have other Swans other than these as well. They might be in different drawers. This I think has an overfeed. Yep. So I'm going to put that with the other one. Just see how this one writes. Same way. This is a real fun one. I loved using this one to draw with. I like its metal threads. This is really fun to draw with. Oh, I've got two. Maybe this is the one that's fun to draw with. They're both probably fun to draw with. This is a Swan that has a hard rubber lever, which is oh no, that it was missing its thing. It wasn't a safety pin. It was just missing its feed. This one has this really, really nice nib in it, and Royal National Orthopedic Hospital. And it has a nice big fat stub to write those notes. This was a relatively recent acquisition to my collection, I remember. Most of these I got quite a long time ago. I haven't been actively buying Swans. Ooh, this is sweet. This is a really, really neat breather hole. I'm going to take a picture of that and put that on the Facebook page, or see if people recognize that. I'm sure they will. They'll say, oh, I've got a million of them. Yeah, right. Whatever. You have a million of them. These are more hard rubber ones. So I'm going to put those with the hard rubber drawer. This is another nice one that's fun to draw with. This is a neat British Swan. And this one is really a nice nib, but it's the cap had been a straight cap, but I dropped it on the floor and it cracked. So I put a streamline cap on this, which unfortunately isn't the right one. So why do I drop things on the floor, you ask? Because I can. So what do you think? Pretty sweet. This goes with this one. I don't know where this goes. Oh, I know where this goes. This goes with that sterling pen that is in the other drawer. So look at that. I have a feeling you would starve to death, because there is a lot to see here, and it just would be fun to play with pens with people all day long. Okay, I'll put this back. Put these back. Oh, no, I'm going to leave that one out. Put these back in the other thing. Leave that one out. Be right back. Come on, get in there. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, the green one with the other cap. There was a time when I thought I would thin my collection out by, and I've done it once in this way. There are 3 different pen companies, sort of, that made pens that look like wood grain. One was Wall, one was Waterman, one was Conklin, and one was, I don't know, some other company. And I thought, I really don't need the Conklin one. So I took all the Conklin wood grain pens and sold them. And I thought, well, I'll do that with green. What one company that I like has the green that I like, and I can get rid of all the other greens. And I was thinking, the Parker green is kind of depressing to me. The Schaefer green is really nice. The Eversharp green is nice. So I didn't get very far with doing it anywhere else. But anyway. Let me see if I can take a picture of this nib. This breather hole here. It's very difficult taking pictures of metal. So this is what I do. I try to have something that my phone camera can focus on, because if you focus on the reflective part of metal, it's always going in and out of focus because it's reflecting the background. So if I do this and sort of choose to focus on the arrows, then maybe it'll work. Natural light. Let's see what this one looked like. See, I need to zoom in. A little bit here. Okay, I don't want to do that photo. There. What is this pen? It's a Swan. But look, there's the breather hole shape. It's like a dot with a, I don't know if this was cut in later by someone who wanted more ink flow or what. So this is a British made Swan, I think. It's, where's my loop? Do I have a loop anywhere? England, made in England. So it's a Swan that's made in England. Really nice, smooth, broad nib. Somewhat flexible. It could be a crack repair. I don't honestly know. It's looks really, really nice, whatever it is. It could be a crack repair. Normally what you do if there's a crack in your airplane wing or whatever, to stop a crack, you drill a hole. So if there's a crack like this, you drill another hole. So that will keep it from cracking. So these people decided to, if that was the case, to cut out a diamond shape. So it could be a crack repair. It's just, it's really well done, whatever it is. So that's what English Swans look like that. I don't have that many European pens in my collection, just because I don't collect them generally. I mean, I own them and I buy them clearly, but I don't go out of my way to get an entire clump of them. Okay, shall we see how our carbon ink is doing? Yeah, that's what I expected. It not to flow until you get the water to dissolve it a little bit. Yep, see? I don't like that about carbon ink. So anyway, I guess I think I've done enough testing of that to know that carbon ink is going to do that. Yeah, when you do have a crack coming out of one side, you're more or less screwed. If it does that, there's really nothing you can do. Just use the pen until it breaks. I mean, you can try welding it. That doesn't work, I don't think. But the leftmost nib, I don't know what you're talking about. Bradley. Fountain pen therapy. Do you know the fountain pen therapy guy? He says he's ordered a vintage something. Stay tuned for my surprise. That doesn't help me. Ordered a vintage bunch of question marks. This guy, fountain pen therapy, wanted to buy a vintage pen and wanted advice on what to get, and I gave a general advice, but I also said that you can't really tell unless you try one out, see one in person, or order it from someone who you trust, like me, to show you. You know, if someone wanted to buy this pen, I would put a piece of paper. I would say it goes from here to here. Try to mimic that line. Don't go further than that. And there you go. And hopefully they would follow that without diverging from that plan. Because if you press down too far, there's always a chance that it'll break. Someone did say he was the guy from Canada, and his name was Alfonso. But I don't know if that's the same guy, because I thought this guy said his name was Vincenzo or something.
Buongiorno, buonasera, benvenuti amici. Welcome, my friends. My name is Vincenzo.
See,
and welcome to my channel.
He says his name is Vincenzo, so that might not be Alfonso. So, but Vincenzo, I'm curious to find out what he actually did. That was you? Now I'm confused. Someone said their name was Alfonso. Was that you, Kim? Why do you do this to me? Why are you making my life complicated? Where's my pen chat? Tombstones, try it, you'll like it. I don't even remember which one that was. But someone made a comment to me, and their name was Alfonso. So if that was you, Kim, that's good to know. But it was someone that said, Alfonso said, I'm from Canada. So it made me think it was Vincenzo. No, I know that you recommended him to me, but there was someone that said, 1 hour ago, who was calling me? don't understand. Why are people calling me and it's not coming through? Hate when that happens. I'm not paying with a passcode. How do I get out of here? Where's my phone? Phone. Recents. James Beer. Why is he calling me? Fuck. Bye. Talk to you all later.